Okay, so the mic was actually off this time. Let's see. I think the camera is... Nope. This way? Probably this way. All right. I think everything looks good. And I guess welcome to the food truck. My name is Ruka. And yeah, welcome to another Tokyo Treat food, not food, but snack review. I mean, it is food, but still. It's mostly a snack review, but yeah, welcome to the stream. So, if you don't know about Tokyo Treat, it's kind of like a snack box subscription thing like Boxu is for Japan. In this case, though, I think Tokyo Treat is more what you would normally find in convenience stores and grocery stores in Japan, just like um, which are I think it's a little bit more, what do you call this? A little bit different from what Boxu has. Also, I think in what they've done recently, if I'm not mistaken, is in every box that they put, like in every box, they have a ramen and some kind of canned drink to, like, to go with all the snacks that you got. So for this month, we have a Halloween special box from Tokyo Treat. By the way, not sponsored. Holy crap, I wish they would sponsor me. I don't know how to get their attention to sponsor me, but I wish they would. Maybe I need to ask them. Maybe I need to like email them or something. But anyway, so I mean, before we get into the actual box itself, I mean, Halloween's really not a thing in most places, but I think it's kind of like just a fun holiday thing now for people who, in general, it's just a fun holiday thing. But yeah, hey, Nutcase, welcome. Welcome. How's it going? But yeah, a little disclaimer first before we start here today. I have opened the box just to get out the canned drink, the canned soda in there so that I can like put it in the fridge and keep it cool before I get to it. But everything else is pretty much untouched. And also, I will be keeping the BGM off for the stream itself because ASMR experience with food and stuff, that's actually pretty nice, I think. But I will be listening to music uh, in the background. Asia Dream Radio, I've just recently found out, actually has a website. So I put the link to that website in the description, and I will be listening to the Japan Hits port to the Japan Hits station for Asia Dream Radio. They have several. I think they have several channels, stations. I'm not sure what you call them, but they have several programs, and I'll be listening to to the Japan Hits one. So let me just move over to the table over here, and then we'll get started with the unboxing and review. All right. Okay, turn off that noise gate. It's gonna get a little loud, but it's gonna be necessary. All right, I think. Okay, for some reason my setup right now is a little bit more cramped than usual. Not exactly sure why. Not exactly sure why. It wasn't like this before. Oh, I need to move. I need to move chat on my end, otherwise I won't be able to read anything. So yeah. All right. Get the music going. Again, we'll be listening to Asia Dream Radio, Japan Hits. It's a station I've been listening to quite a bit recently. It's quite nice. I like it. Uh, Also, if you haven't listened to any internet radio stuff, there's, I think, what was the other radio I listen to usually? Radio Kishiwada FM 79.7 in Japan itself. I think that's an Osaka station that has I think that's an Osaka station that has some Japanese talk show stuff. And so if you'd like to get some immersion with conversations and that kind of stuff. I think they usually have programs in the mornings, U.S. time for that. But anyway, here we go. Hello, everyone. Hello. So here's the TokyoTreat Halloween box. Let me move this camera a bit. All right. Yeah, here's the TokyoTreat Halloween box. Let's go ahead and open this. This is for October. As usual, the box is pretty nice as long as it doesn't get beat up in transport. Actually, is there anything special on the outside the box? The box I don't think this time was beat up quite as much, but yeah, I think this is a fairly nicely designed box. Just a bunch of well-themed Halloween and snack stuff for the. I don't know if ramen is exactly Halloween themes. I think of ramen in the summer, but I'm going to look into the radio stuff later. Can't wait to see what treats you have. Yeah, we're gonna go explore it together. All right. So as usual, they have the pamphlet out. Very, what do you call this? Very Halloween-esque. Speaking of which, I think it's what's the 30th today? So Halloween is tomorrow. The Halloween is tomorrow. We'll be doing a Halloween stream tomorrow. But I wanted to do this also today. Package design is really nice, like a 3-color limited palette. Yeah, purple, white, and orange. I think there's some yellow in there too. I don't know if white's typically part of a palette, but if you count white, then I guess we'll go with 4. But it's a really nice minimalistic, and it just gets the point straight. And this is for me, I think. Wait, how's it going? Your chance to win a free bonus Japanese Kit Kat. Scan the QR code. I don't know if this is for me or for everyone else, but if you all would like to try to scan this QR code, it's probably gonna be blurry on the screen itself. But if you would like to try it, see what you get. See what you would get. I usually don't do this QR code stuff, but I do. There is like some, what do you call this? Japan Hall points that you can claim and like from the pamphlet, and I think you can exchange those points for like goods and stuff from their website, which is nice, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I think this is what we're going to be having today. So it looks like we got some Kit Kat. There's usually some sort of Kit Kat thing in here. I think there's a Kit Kat. There's a drink. I'm pretty sure there's ramen in there. I felt ramen when I was digging around for the drink, and a bunch of sweets. Oh my gosh, my blood sugar is gonna go high today. As if there's gonna be way too many sweets. I mean, Halloween is mostly sweets. You don't think of savory stuff during Halloween, so, or at least, yeah, during Halloween you don't really think of that. So yeah. Halloween in Japan. Oh yeah, speaking of Halloween in Japan, we'll get into this, but I think there was a sugar rush time indeed. I think there was a Twitter post floating around somewhere where it's not typically what they do in Halloween in Japan. What you see here in this pamphlet, this is more like Halloween in Tokyo. Halloween in Tokyo and Disney, apparently. This is kind of what you would typically see. I know the Shibuya Halloween scene can get pretty wild also. I haven't been there myself. I'm not usually in the area around that time. I might be able to next year, but we'll see. I do plan to be around in Japan around this time for about 3 weeks. So I might run into it. Who knows? It won't be the reason why I go there though. But in any case, I think there's a Twitter post going around with there's this thing called a procession of yokai. I think it's like 100 yokai procession. And I think there was an anime made around that kind of concept way back when. I forgot what the title was. But anyway. But I think there was a Halloween thing where, like just recently, where a lot of people dressed up as yokai, like the Japanese mythological monsters and creatures and whatnot. And It looked pretty cool. It looked pretty cool. I mean, I don't think they usually do that, but if they didn't do it before, they should start doing it because the costumes look nice, and it just kind of reminds me of like old school Japan and like all their mythology and whatnot. It's pretty neat. But yeah, it looks like there's a bunch of just regular costumes, just regular costumes, like pretty generic pumpkins, and I guess, well, I wouldn't call this guy Chainsaw Man, but yeah, he's got a chainsaw and it's kind of bloody. Just, you know, just a creepy, cute kind of thing. But there is a, what do you call it? I think there is a horror themed cafe somewhere. I don't remember where, but I remember seeing about it. It's like a horror themed cafe, prison style, I think, question mark, where you actually get tossed into jail and that's what you eat. Basically, I think you need a reservation or something for that one because they do have to prepare a bunch of stuff. I don't remember where it was. I remember seeing a YouTube video of it though. If I remember it, I'll post it maybe on Twitter or something. But it looks like we'll be getting some caramel corn. I've seen these before. I never actually had them. But this isn't your typical like caramel popcorn stuff. I think it looks more like caramel Cheetos, I think, is for what it looks like. Sakura gummy, Halloween apple, the gummy stuff. I like Japanese gummies, but this does not look like. It looks more like a Twizzler. I don't know if you can call a Twizzler a gummy, but I guess it technically is a gummy. Mochi taro. Mochi taro. I'm guessing this is not taro, but it is a mochi kind of thing. Crunchy roasted mochi with a light and salty flavor. Okay, thank goodness we get a little bit of salt here. And yeah, the drink. I'll be finishing the stream off with a drink later, and I got it in the cooler here. But this is the drink that I got out of the box. It's a pretty sizable drink. It's the like size of your hand, I think. It's a grape flavored drink. I think, yeah, it's mostly a grape flavor. I think they really like their grape flavor stuff. It's probably gonna taste like artificially grape flavor, but you know what? It's usually pretty good, even though it is fairly artificial. I mean, if you want to drink real grape flavor, just drink grape juice. Honestly, just drink grape juice. But I don't know. I think this is like maybe about almost 8 ounces, maybe a little bit more than that. But yeah, nice and cool for later. Crackle Panic Grape. I'm guessing this is like, what is this? We'll find out. But it kind of looks like you know those little things that you can put in your mouth and it kind of feels like it crackles and stuff. I think it's one of those. I don't know. I don't remember what they're called though. I don't remember what they're called, but it's kind of like acidic, and when they touch moisture, it kind of like just fizzes, kind of thing. Forget what they are. Don Quixote, the best place to go for anything, the best place to get anything. Don Quixote, if you guys haven't heard of this place, it's based. I guess you can call it the Walmart of Japan, but it's much better than a Walmart. It is a department store where they sell anything and everything, multi-stories usually, because everything in Japan is built in tall buildings, basically. They do have a grocery section, but it's not the main thing. It's mostly a department store with random stuff. You can get a bunch of souvenirs here, and everyone shops here. Everyone shops here for things. But the costume section and the specialty goods section on the upper floors is interesting to say the least. So I think the easiest access to Don Quixote you will get in Japan will be in Shibuya, which is pretty big. It's actually pretty big, but there's Don Quixotes everywhere. I think there's also one in Akihabara, and that one is a little bit more otaku themed than most donkeys anyway. A friend went to Japan for training, and he didn't know he'd need a collar shirt for a meeting. He's an airplane mechanic, and he went that for that. What? He went there for that. Oh yeah, Donkey. Yeah, Donkey. Like I said, is basically a department store, right? So there's a floor for like business. Well, you can. Well, I guess you can get like some very basic business suits and stuff like that. So they do have like a travel area. They do have a basic business area. Very basic. What do you call this? Oh, I'm thinking sporting goods. I'm thinking sporting goods. And the other stuff that I mentioned for specialty, I'll just go around and say it because I don't try to censor myself unless I actually have to. They do have like cosplay stuff. Like you can get, and when I say cosplay, it's not high quality cosplay. This is like super cheap stuff, meant for parties or sexy time in the bedroom. That's basically what they are for. Most of the costumes, and there are some that are ridiculous, and there are some that are like fetish fuel kind of thing, and it's just fun to look at. Though if you want to get one for yourself, sizing can be a little bit tricky. So and you cannot try them in the store. So just be aware of that. You have to kind of measure yourself before you buy them, kind of thing. Also, there's an adult goods section which filled with various toys and videos and whatnot. It's interesting to look through, but I think typically, I say this typically, most of the time, when you go through those sections, like it depends on where you are. It depends on the store. Uh, but sometimes you can't like women can't enter because if they're like I don't know, maybe it's a privacy thing or something, but they're I know in some places it's like women no enter kind of thing. It's just a thing. So yeah, just FYI, just FYI. Kit Kat. Oh my gosh, Kit Kat Japan. I'll say this again every single time we do the stream like this. They have so many different flavors that we do not have here. In this case, they have a sweet potato Kit Kat. It's not so sweet potato Kit Kat is a normal thing. It's not just a Halloween edition for them, but it is a normal thing around fall, October, November kind of thing because it is a seasonal. It's a seasonal flavor, but there's probably other places where the sweet potato Kit Kats are, more year round. Because the area is known for sweet potatoes and stuff like that. But it's gonna be nice to try the lemon Kit Kat from last time. I was first when we tried the lemon Kit Kat in the previous stream. Uh, the lemon salt. At first, I wasn't quite sure about it, but as I ate it more and more, it's like, this is actually really good. And I finished the whole thing in like 3 days. So I need to pace myself. Excuse me. Blue and green color changing gum. Okay, is this actually gum or is this gummy? That there's a difference here. I'm not. I don't think I've seen this before, anything like this before. So we're gonna check that out. Looks like we get more Fruit of the Loop Twizzler kind of thing down here. Mini Monster Candy Strip. Never seen this before. This is probably just like a regular dagashi, regular store candy kind of thing. So that's gonna be interesting. Tokyo Layer Loaf. Okay, so they also give us maple pumpkin bread. There's so much sweet stuff here. There's so much sweet stuff. I'm gonna need a palate cleanser. Maybe I need to make some tea. If there's no ramen here, and I hope there is, maybe I need to make some tea because there's way too much sweet stuff. And if you have way too much sweet stuff, like one after another, it just becomes sour eventually. It's like not great, not great. Halloween corn snack. Corn snacks are nice anytime, but I don't know why this is Halloween specifically. Just might be the branding. Just might be the branding. Here is here's the ramen. Okay, so that was the ramen. It's not ramen, it's yakisoba. So squid ink. If no one's here has tried squid ink before, it's honestly not too special. I mean, it does have like a kind of a, I don't know if weird factor is the word, because I know a lot of places, not just Japan, that uses squid ink in dishes. Like the Italians use it for sure. I know Spain uses it. A lot of places around Europe do as well as Asia. I don't think it's quite common in the U.S. or Canada, but everywhere else in the world, squid ink is the ingredient they like to use to make things dark. Or at least in the Philippines, squid ink is just part of the dish. Like we would we would like cook squid, like just saute or stew squid, and this is like whole squid, not just the tube. So the squid itself still has the ink sac and all of its insides still in them. And typically we don't clean that at all. We don't clean that at all. So I mean, you clean the outside, but you don't like take out the guts and stuff like that. And that just becomes part of the dish. And it's great. It's good. There's nothing weird about it. It's gonna get cooked. So but squid ink, I think for a lot of people, seems a little bit weird because it's this black thing, and you don't know what to expect from this black thing. But this black thing is maybe a little bit salty, a little bit like squid ink in its purest form is probably a little salty, a little bit sour, but it's nothing weird. The main reason why people like to use this is because for the color. The flavor itself is not too special in my opinion. But yeah, squid ink bread. I don't think I've seen squid ink bread before. But you can see in this picture though, they've used squid ink for the buns, the hamburger buns, as well as the ice cream cones and ice cream itself. Squid ink pasta, very, very common. Here they say squid ink tastes like salty and umami flavors combined, and its darker than black color adds a whole dimension to any dish it's in. I don't know about umami, because for me, umami is a little bit difficult to pin down flavor wise. Umami is like just something savory. If you've tasted MSG before, it's basically that bonito dashi that has umami flavors in it. Mushroom has umami flavors in it. But if you ask me what umami is, it's difficult to describe. I think it's just savory, a savory, salty flavor, but not exactly salty. That kind of thing. Hey Snow, welcome, welcome. I got a Korean bakery. It was a little salty compared to their normal bread, but that was about the only difference. Yeah, when you bake with sour stuff, if it's like very low acidic flavor, you can't really taste it in baked goods, but you might be able to taste it in something like a pasta. But yeah, it's gonna be different. Okay, so what do we have here? So there's a squid ink, right? So because of that, we also have the yakisoba squid ink. I have some water here on the side. I'm gonna go ahead and boil it, just so we can get started on that. So yakisoba, water, okay, drain it. I have a little cup here. Hopefully it's gonna hold the water I put in here. If not, I'm gonna figure something out. But squid ink yakisoba, that'll be nice. Tirol Choco Madame Gilly. I don't know what this means, but I think Tirol is typically like something filled chocolate. I've had quite a few of those before. If you've seen, what is that thing called? If you've seen those melty chocolates in the Asian grocery stores, it's kind of like those. It's like I think there's like a chocolate melty, strawberry melty, and a green tea melty. You probably know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. It's like this little square thing. There's like square chocolates with really, really thick syrup in them or something like that. But it's really good. I think this is gonna be similar, but maybe a little bit thicker in the middle. Sour Monster gum. It just looks little like minion balls. Little lemon minions. Oh my gosh, there's way too much sweet stuff here. Halloween fugashi. Fugashi. What's fugashi? Classic Japanese snack characterized by its light, crispy texture and sweetness of molasses. Oh, fugashi is like it's probably either brown rice or some, not brown rice. Maybe it's like some kind of rice puff, and it looks like sugar cane in this one. Not sugar cane, brown sugar and molasses. It's gonna be very brown sugary flavor. Umaibo with tonkatsu sauce, and one of a few salty things here. Tonkatsu umaibo. I didn't even know they made that flavor. But then again, I can understand why. Tonkatsu sauce is pretty nice, especially when you put it with like yakisoba or what do you call this? Tonkatsu, the cutlet, katsu. But you can use it in anywhere. Cosplay festival, Ikebukuro. I know there's one in Shibuya. I didn't know though about the Ikebukuro one, but it would make sense. Ikebukuro is another happening place in Tokyo, so that's nice. And various cosplay stuff. So, let's see, what else we got here? Japan's haunted houses. I've actually never been to a haunted house in Japan before. Though I think the one time I did see one was, I think, in Tokyo Diver or Tokyo Aqua City. I'm not sure which one it was. But it's the area where the unicorn Gundam statue is right now. And I think in one of the floors before, I'm not sure if it's still there, they tend to change shops quite a bit. There is a food court, and I think near that food court, there's probably a haunted house. That's the only haunted house I've seen in Japan, but Japanese haunted houses usually are pretty good. I've never actually been in one though. Oh no, there was another haunted house I've seen, but never went into. There was a festival in a town near Tokyo, and they had a haunted house over there as long as all the festival stuff. If I know which one it is. Like I know what I'm thinking of. I just can't I can't like put up pictures right now. We'll talk about it once we get to like more Japan talks in the future, because I do want to share those pictures to you guys. But yeah, okay. So Japanese haunted houses, yeah, I haven't been in one. Would be interesting to see. Photo contest. Well, they do this thing all the time. So if you got pictures, send them in. They'll post them in like this in the pamphlets. And that's the end of the pamphlet. All right. Let's go in and get started. I don't think I want to start off with Kit Kat today, but here is the sweet potato Kit Kat. We will save that for later. However, I'm not opposed to starting with bread, but before we start, I need to get something to drink. I really need to get something to drink. Hold up. Well, I got water. Water is better than nothing. I would rather have tea. Okay. My tea kettle just boiled the water. I think I can go ahead and do it. Let me dig for the squid ink yakisoba here. Okay, here's the squid ink yakisoba. Don't think I've seen this brand before. Peiyong? It's probably not Peiyong. Is it Peiyong? It is Peiyong. Okay, I haven't seen this brand before. Yeah. I don't think I've seen this one before. Alright, let's go ahead and open it though. Ah yes, Kit Kat, I prefer breakfast. To be fair, a lot of this stuff in here is all, I mean, because it is Halloween themed, it is all, well, not all, but 95% sweet stuff. So yeah, blood sugar rush is going to be quite interesting. I'm also gonna set this aside for now. I'm gonna set the box aside so we can have this area for the food stuff. And I'll just bring them out one by one as we go. I know this is like nice to look at, but I need space. I need space. Okay. So 480 mils. Where is 480 mils? I hope you put a line in here, people. Okay. Oh, wow. I don't know if this is like 100% squid ink. It looks like there's a little bit of oil in here in this packet. It's also very runny. Squid ink is not runny normally. So they probably mixed in some other stuff with the squid ink. No, I wouldn't be surprised. All right. Let's put that in there. The few veggies that we're gonna get to for this stream. And I'm gonna just fill it up to the line. There's like a line here. It's a little hard to see. Okay, and then we'll let that go for 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes. Let's start with the let's start with the bread today. So this is a bread made specifically for this snack box. So you're not gonna find this anywhere. But everything else in this box you should be able to find in a Japanese grocery store in Japan. Now you're probably not gonna find this or most of this stuff stateside, even at an import shop. Like I know for sure this would be very hard to get stateside or wherever you are living in the world, unless you live close to Japan. This would be very hard to get. But you might be able to get like sweet potato flavored stuff, sweet potato flavored Kit Kat, just not particularly that design. But let's go ahead and open this up. And this is pretty much what I expected. Actually, no, this is a little bit longer, and I mean the flatness is what I expected from this kind of bread, but it's longer than what I've normally seen, even from their Sakurako boxes, which is interesting. But hallmark of Japanese convenience store style bread is squishy. It doesn't bounce very much. When you tear it apart, it kind of looks homogeneous, and you can't smell it or see it really, but there's like layers here. There's like tiny little layers of bread, and you can see, and you might be able to see the brown lines running through the bread on this cross section. It's a little hard. If I try, I don't have an autofocus, so if I focus here, it's going to make the background a little bit more blurry. Manual focus camera. It is quite something. Okay. But yeah, I can smell like heavy maple, not heavy maple, but definitely a strong scent of maple. Maybe some brown sugar too. So let's take a piece. Oh. Very soft. Not too sweet, surprisingly. Even though the maple flavor is pretty strong. Not flavor, it's maple scent, maple smell. This is a nice light bread that you might be able to eat for breakfast as long as you have some coffee or tea. You know what? Compared to most of the Japanese convenience store bread, I'm not usually a fan of them, but this one's not bad. This one's actually not bad. The sweetness is not too strong. The texture is the texture is what it is. If you don't like soft bread, you might not like this. But this to me is this is an okay bread. It's an okay bread. Just make sure you have something to wash this down with, because the sweetness will overwhelm you eventually. I'm gonna save the rest of this for later, because we got more sweet stuff here. I think it's also been 3 minutes already, so I am going to drain the water from this thing. Wait. Okay, so I put the water on this side, but I think the drain is on the other side. My gosh. Hold up. If I don't... Wait, how do I open this? No. It... well, I was hoping there was like a grate or something, because there was a grate in the... There was a grate in the graphic, but I guess not. Oh, I wasn't supposed to peel it like that. I see. There's a foil. It's still probably gonna go through. It's still probably gonna, oh yeah, some noodles went through. I don't think I can drain all of this. I know it's a little hard to see. Oh, please. Please hold the water. Please hold the water. And that barely held the water. I think by the end of the stream you'll have to set aside a lot of these snacks. Well, I mean that's gonna have to happen. I'm not gonna eat all the snacks on stream. I'm gonna eat the snacks on stream, but I'm not gonna finish them on stream. That'd be a little crazy. I think that'd be a little crazy. For two reasons. One, my calorie count would go up way too high. And two, I also kind of want to save these for later to snack on. If I ate all of this, I would probably eat my entire day's worth of calories, and I don't want that. I have good food in the fridge. This is good too, but I have other good food in the fridge I would like to eat today. Thank you very much. And I don't want to have to work out just to be able to eat that. Okay. But sampling is really what we're gonna do here. Now, if this was an actual mukbang where the point is to eat all the food, yes, that's one thing. But this is not an actual mukbang. This is a review slash tasting stream. Okay, everything is done. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is like, I don't know how much squid ink is actually here, but squid ink is thinner than this, typically. Alright. Let's mix it up. Let's see this. It's still a little wet. Preferably, me personally, I like to just pan fry these a little bit before adding anything else, just to make it a little bit crispier. You know, true yakisoba fried noodle experience. But this is okay. That's okay. All right, I think that's sufficiently mixed. So let's give this ink squid yakisoba a try. You know, it's a little bit difficult to see. Here we go. I think that's good enough. Ooh, I think I tasted a decent hit of garlic. Hold up. Oh yeah, this thing has a lot of garlic in that sauce, surprisingly. It's probably a good call though. Alright, let me see if I can. It's a little hard to grab sometimes. Okay. Okay, this noodle is long. Very long. Alright. Please. I just want to grab it. Okay, there we go. Alright, itadakimasu. Here's your bite, guys, and then I'll have mine. I don't know if... Nope, I taste it. I taste a little bit of squid ink. If you don't know what to look for, it's a little hard to tell. But I taste a little bit of the squiddy flavor in that sauce, which is actually quite nice. It's not too strong. It's like a squiddy flavor with some obvious savoriness, but also I think there's a lot of garlic in this thing. Like, I think there's a lot of garlic in here, which kind of helps the flavor along. Hold on, I need another bite to wash down the the little sugar I just had. I'm gonna save some as we go along because this will be my palate cleanser as we go through all the sweet stuff today. But this is actually really, really good. Really good. Oh. Yeah, the squid ink flavor is probably not too strong, but it is there. It is there. It's present. But the predominant flavor here is garlic. There is a lot of garlic, and I don't mind that one bit. I like it. This is actually really good. So, for anyone watching the stream right now, if you would like to know what all this stuff is in the box, you can either go to the TokyoTreat website or you can go to the beginning of the stream and look through all the catalog stuff that we went through. So, just FYI, FYI. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. I don't think it matters which order we go in regarding this because there's a whole lot of sweet stuff. Way too much sweet stuff in this box. I do know I want to save the Umaibo like somewhere in the middle because it's like one of a few salty stuff. So for now, let's go with that Totaho caramel corn. Totaho caramel corn. I think there's a promotion here. Hold up. Promotion. I'm guessing there's a Halloween corn thing that you can scan in. So anyone with a, let me increase the clarity of this thing first. If anyone wants to scan this QR code and see where that leads to, you're more than welcome to. I'm just gonna leave this up on the screen for a few seconds, and you can also scroll back a little bit into the stream if you'd like. And we're done with that. I'm not exactly sure where that's gonna lead you, but can't be anything too harmful. So it looks like caramel corn, Cheeto, caramel corn, not like popcorn that you're used to. It looks more like condensed Cheeto stuff. Set that noodle aside. Wonder how close oyster sauce is to squid ink. It's a little less dark, but close to soy. For me, I think the oyster sauce tends to be sweeter. This is less on the sweet side, but then again, this is because there was a lot of garlic. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think oyster sauce has a stronger flavor than squid ink, personally. But that's just from what I remember. I haven't used anything with oyster sauce in a while. But I remember oyster sauce being pretty strong. And sweet. Okay, so the package does not lie. This is pretty much what you get. Maybe the package is a little bit darker for looks, but the size of these things is exactly what you would get. It looks much more crunchy. Very light, very airy, very caramel. Not too strong a caramel, but it is a pretty good caramel flavor. And you get a whole thing instead of like a little pouch thing, which is nice. The thing about TokyoTreat that I like is that they give you the full size version of the snacks that they sell in the grocery stores. It's not like in most boxes you get like a little sampling of it. Like if it comes in a small thing, it comes in a small thing, but they won't do like take 2 pieces of Kit Kat from like this kind of container and call that part of the box. I'm glad they don't do that because this is what the actual size is going to be. So, that's good. That's good. Now the Umaibo stuff. Yes, you can get this thing. You can get these things in bulk, but typically I think they're sold like this in the Dagashi shop. So, I do taste a little bit of peanut with that caramel corn. This is a really nice snack if you just are craving for caramel corn,
But if you don't like dealing with all the kernels and the overly overly cooked what do you call this, caramel that you normally get from popped caramel corn, this is a nice alternative. Very light, evenly coated caramel, and a little bit of peanut flavor. So if you have a peanut allergy, maybe stay away from this. I don't know how much they put in here, but you know, peanut allergy is not a good thing. But this is really good. This is really good. I like it. This is definitely something I would get if I was craving for a caramel corn flavor. All right, setting that aside. Next, I think let's go for a candy right now. Oh, yeah, let's save this one near the end. But let's go for a candy. Candy. I'm curious about this one. So this is, I think, the... Let me double check. What is that one? I think that's the color changing one. Yeah. The blue-green color changing gum. It says it's a gum, but I'm hoping it's not actually a gum, because if it is, I'm going to have to spit it out. Because I can't eat that stuff. It is funny though that a lot of this stuff is like Halloween packaging. Like in Japan, there's a lot of seasonal stuff all the time. Like if it's sakura season, everything's like gonna be packaged with cherry blossoms and stuff like that. And Halloween wasn't really a huge thing until like maybe 5 years or so ago. Not 5 years. Maybe it's almost 10 years now. But oh, it's actually gum. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut a small piece then. Okay, so this is there's only 2 in the package, but if you look at this thing, it's huge. It's huge, and it does smell like gum. So I'm just gonna take oh, this is very soft. Am I supposed to ingest this? Am I supposed to ingest this gum? This is different. Normally when you like get gum of any sort, you know, it's like tough and it doesn't break apart very easily, but this breaks apart really easily. I don't think I've seen gum like this before. Maybe it's supposed to be ingested. Seasonal treats are big in Japan, right? Very big. Very big. Okay, but here's a small piece of this gum. So it's supposed to change in color once I eat it. I'm just gonna squish it up a little bit so that it'll be easier to take out. So, all right. This breaks up in my mouth very, very easily. This does not have the gum texture I'm used to. There's a little bit of that in here, but wait. It's starting to get that gum texture, but it's very soft. Okay. Right, hold up. I'm gonna chew it a bit more. Flavor-wise, it kind of tastes a little sour, maybe a little citrusy. It has a little bit of a hint of a bubblegum flavor, but not very strong. It's definitely more citrusy, but not really sour. Okay, it might be a little bit nasty, but here you go. I just took it out of my mouth, and it went from this bluish thing to this very dark green thing. And it seems like it does stick to itself pretty well. So I don't think you're supposed to ingest it, but maybe if you chew on this long enough, it will. Yeah, like maybe you can ingest it. I just find it very strange that this gum is very soft. It's been a very long time since I had any gum of any sort, so I don't even remember the brands anymore. But this is like, it's not sticky. It's just soft, very pliable. Kind of fun to play around in your mouth with. I don't know if I can blow a bubble with this. I'm not gonna try because I've never been successful at it. But I feel like you would need the entire pack if you want to try to blow a bubble. But there's still some flavor in the small piece I'm working on right now. It's interesting. It's interesting. That's all I can say about that. This is, if I had to get this, I would get it as a gift for someone and tell them that this is gum and see how they react to it, because that's what's that's what it's doing to me right now. It's giving me a I'm just trying to get a hold of what is this gum? Why is it so soft? Can I eat this and be okay? I think I'll be okay, but I'm not going to, just because you know that thing when growing up when your parents tell you not to like not to swallow the gum or it's gonna get stuck in your stomach or something. But I don't think I think it just passes through you anyway. I'm still like, yeah, okay. I'm gonna take this out of my mouth because I want to be able to taste other things right now. Okay. It doesn't stick though. Oh no, it sticks. It sticks. Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to ingest this, but it's stuck to whatever plastic I just put that into. Okay, palate cleanser. Palate cleanser time. I do have the noodle water to the side here, just kind of staring at me. I might use it for something later. I don't know. But the noodle water, I'm just gonna put that to the side so you don't see it on camera. I'm kind of tempted to taste it. It's just normal noodle water, but I'm tempted to taste it. Okay, next. Next. Okay, we did a candy. But then again, most of the stuff is already candy. Ah, jeez. Which one should we go for? What looks good to you guys? There's too much candy here. Let's save this one for later. Maybe let's save this one for later in the middle, just because that looks crunchy. But we got way too much candy. If you got this for like if you got this box for like a trick or treat thing, that you would be even you would be trying to figure out what the heck do I go for next. Gum does pass through good all white lies. Yeah, I know it does pass through. It's just I don't know. It's just not a thing that I want to do. Okay, let's try this other one. This this Twizzler looking thing. This looks more normal. This looks more normal than what we had, and this is definitely not a brand anyone knows, not myself or or anyone that's hasn't been to Japanese grocery stores. I usually try to go to Japanese grocery stores just because I like seeing what they have and seeing what most people get. Like, don't get me wrong, Donkey does have some Japanese grocery store staples, but if you go to an actual Japanese grocery store, you're going to find a lot of other things you will not usually see from a convenience store or anything like that. So, pro tip, when you go to Japan, instead of going to convenience stores all the time, try going to a Japanese grocery store to get your food. You do not have to get groceries, but you can get drinks and deli stuff probably much cheaper than you can get at the convenience store. So try that whenever you're in Japan. I need to make a video on that. Anyway, let's try this Twizzler thing. It looks like there's multiple flavors, so we're going to try each one of them. All right. Even well, yeah, I don't know any Japanese grocery store brands, but I know there's different stuff that people like to try. Okay, this is very thin. I think this is thinner than most gummies of this sort that I've seen before, but this is like very thin. Very thin, very soft. You'll never separate me from my 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is good. I'm not gonna lie. 7-Eleven, Lawson's, Family Mart is also good. There's also other smaller ones. That's not quite as widespread, but those are all good. So not gonna lie, it's hard to, but do give the grocery stores a try, especially if you're gonna be in an area, if you're gonna be like in the same area for like a few days. It helps to see what everyone else is buying. Okay, so 4 flavors. It looks like a Fruit of the Loop kind of thing, not Fruit of the Loop, but something similar, or Twizzler maybe. Lightly coated with the sour stuff. It's not like super heavy, like a Warhead or things like that. Oh. Oh, each one of these probably does have a different flavor, but I just took like 2 flavors at a time. It just tastes like a sour candy, but it's not too sweet. It is, if I had to rate the intensity of the sourness, a solid medium. A solid medium. Not too strong, not too weak. Just good enough. This is nice as a snack. And I would guess if you got this from Dagashia, the candy store, this is probably gonna cost you no more than 30 to 50 yen, so 30 to 50 cents. It looks like the kind of thing, and you know what? Hey, that's pretty good for just trying to get a sugar fix. But yeah, all right. Next, maybe let's try another small one. Maybe not this one. Maybe this one for less. We'll do the Kit Kat soon. I promise. I promise. We're getting a Japanese lifestyle store right down the street from us. It looks like a Daiso, but it's called Ebisu. I don't think I've heard of Ebisu before. But let's see. The town. So when I used to live, I don't mind telling you guys this since I don't live there anymore. But when I used to live in Austin, back in Texas, we didn't have a whole lot of Asian. No, well, we did have Asian, but it was mostly Chinese and Vietnamese for the longest time. And then maybe around 2015, around 2015-ish, 2012, 2015, is probably when the Japanese and Korean stuff slowly started to pop up there. And just, I think last year, if not the year before, at least last year, we got a Daiso. And I just like going in there because it's like, it reminds me of Japan. The prices are like twice as much as Japan because imports, but I do like browsing their office sections as well as their kitchenware stuff because I like to use the small kitchenware and the ramen bowls and the plates because that suits more my style more than the bigger stuff that they sell like in Walmart and such like that. I actually have like a 4 or 6 ounce glass. Excuse me, water. I have like a small 4 or 6 ounce glass that I got from Daiso in the US, and I use it every day. I don't drink a whole lot of water at a time, and I don't like, fill up a glass of full 8 or 12 ounce glass of water to full. So the small glass works for me. Also the cups there. I just like the tableware there in general. So, but yeah, we get that. They still aren't as bad sometimes as well. Like the home goods thing are cheaper than import stores. I got a cute cat themed rice paddle. Nice. Yeah. I mean, they're not as bad as actual import stores, but they are, still more expensive than you would get in Japan, especially now. Before you could like justify 100 yen as $1. You can't do that right now. No, I think right now it's more like, let me double check. What is the exchange rate in Japan right now? It's probably still around 140. It's probably still around 140. Yep, so I think it actually got worse. I think the exchange rate just got worse recently, despite the. No, it's recovering a little bit. It's recovering a little bit. But it's like 147 yen for $1, which is like 100 yen. Like 100 yen right now is like 67 cents. 67 cents. So if you want to estimate that, like a 30% discount. So if you want to estimate that like to 70 cents instead. So it's like a 70% discount on stuff. And you're paying much more than that when you when you buy from Daiso. But the US price doesn't change. That's actually worse than the last time we checked it. I think it was, yeah, a month ago. Let me see, what was it a month ago? I think around this time a month ago we did check the prices. No, wait, no, it was earlier this month. It was earlier this month. Because I didn't do a snack stream last month, but I did do one earlier this month. What was it just a few weeks ago? So a few weeks ago, it was about 144, 145 yen per dollar. Now it's like 147. So it went up by about 3 yen worth, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when your exchange rate is like 100, is usually about 100 per one, it's a decent amount. It's a decent amount. Okay, but yeah, I mean, hey, here on the flip side, right? On the flip side, if you want to buy anything online that is priced in yen, now's a good time to do so. Like Ami Ami, go to Ami Ami, get your figures for a 30% discount than what the price says. The Japanese price doesn't change. The U.S. price will change, unless of course they always do like a 100 to 1. Yeah, now's the time to do it. If you go on a trip to Japan, now's also the time to do it. Because I think if you try to go to Japan now, compared to before it was almost necessary to get a Japan Rail Pass if you're going to multiple cities during your trip. Now you don't have to. You don't have to while the exchange rate is this high. You do have to get your ticket on the days you want to go once you're there, but the discount is so ridiculous. You don't actually have to get the Japan Rail Pass anymore. At least for now, you don't. It does add convenience if you have it, but I don't feel like it's necessary at the moment. That's my feeling on it. I would have to run the hard numbers, and it really depends on your trip. But yeah, let's say you're just going to Tokyo and Kyoto and maybe Osaka for like a 2 week trip. You don't need a rail pass anymore for that, at least for now. So it's actually cheaper not to. Yeah. Husband has been ordering figures and pre-ordering any that take the payment up front to us. Nice. That's the way to do it right now. If that's something that you're into. But yeah, just check out what you can find. I think From Japan, I think is another shop that you can go to. They have a bunch of different collections. You can also go to Amazon Japan. Now, you're probably not going to be able to get a whole bunch of stuff. But if you do that, I think you still have to pay shipping. But even with shipping, it probably might not be that bad. Guessing you can't just put the credit on a card and just let it stay until you travel. Which one? Which one? What are we talking about when we're talking about credit? For the rail pass, the way the rail pass works is that the Japan rail pass specifically, once you buy the voucher to exchange for the rail pass in Japan, you have 3 months. You have 3 months to use it. If you don't use it within those 3 months, the pass expires and you just wasted your money. So you don't want to get that thing sooner than 3 months. What you can do, however, if you have a friend in Japan or something of the sort, or like some other way to do this, you can send money to your friend in Japan, have them get a Suica. A Suica is just a electronic card. Let me see if I can get my Suica. Hold on. Let me see if I can get my Suica. Okay. You mentioned that card could be used instead of carrying cash. Yes, this card. So this is a Suica, though I did put a sticker on this thing that I got from traveling around Saga Prefecture. But this is a Suica, and this is the Suica I had since the first time I traveled in Japan, and you can use it for as long as you have it, basically. I don't know if there's a limit on that. Oh, I think there is a limit. There is a limit of 20,000 yen. So that's, I mean, that used to be around $200 that you can put on a Suica. So, excuse me. So you can put up to $200, close to $200 worth in one of these things. And if you have a friend in Japan, they can purchase you multiple Suicas to say you want to put $1,000 worth of travel stuff, $1,000 worth of money into Suicas. They can get you like 5 different Suicas here. Load that up with the maximum amount of money, 20,000 yen in each one of these, and you should be able to use that when exchanging for tickets at the ticket counter. If not, that's not a big deal, because the money that you got, the money that you exchanged for yen at that time will be worth probably more or less. It depends how the economy does. Will probably be worth more or less depending. Well, if you get it now and the yen goes down, you would have gotten your yen cheaper. When I say goes down, like from 140 to like say 120, you would have gotten your yen cheaper, so you would have gotten your yen on a discount. So that's one way to do it if you had someone to do it with over there, and you just get the cards from them, and hey, money. You basically earned interest on your money. So yeah, but these are pretty useful to carry around, and you really only need one at a time anyway. But you can, nothing's stopping you from getting multiple of these and like just storing money on them for future use, because I don't think they expire. The money in these don't expire. If I had money still in these, the credit would still show up, I think, but I usually zero these things out whenever I leave the country, just because I don't know when I'm gonna be back, basically. So yeah, a little quick Suica tip for that one. Where are we? Where are we? I need to drink something. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll go over this stuff in more detail another time, or at least I'll try to make a video out of it. I still need to find time to make videos. Jeez. Anyway, this thing, Monster Candy. I don't know. Monster Candy. Monster Candy. It's like little balls that look like minions that you can eat. That's what that was. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Here we go. Sour Monster Gum. It's another gum. It's another gum. Okay. we might as well get all the gum out of the way. Lemon gum. Okay, so it says lemon gum down here. It's a little hard to read. I get it. But it says lemon gum. Alright. Okay. Alright, maybe I can open it this way. That would have been smarter. I just like opening it through the seam. Oh wow, these are huge. Holy crap, look at that. This is a gum? That's a big gum. That is giant. And how much do they give you here? They give you 3. They give you 3 in this packet. Holy crap. Oh, they do. Oh, they say. Oh, I'm stupid. They do say 3 in 1 packet over here. I just had to see it for myself. All right. Pretty big. Pretty soft. It's not hard. Surprisingly. It does look like a lemon before I squished it. But now that I squished it, it looks less of a lemon. Ah. Very soft. Okay. It's getting that gum texture now. I think it's about as soft as the other one. You can probably break it if you wanted to. Wow. That's a lot of gum. That's a lot of squishy gum. That's a very squishy gum. Flavor-wise, the lemon flavor is mild. It's not too strong. It's not too weak. It's a good flavor. It's not too sour actually. I was expecting a little bit more sour than normal, but it actually just tastes like a sweet lemon, which is a nice thing. A sweet lemon gum for the times you want a lemon candy, but would like the flavor of a lemon candy to last a little bit longer. Overseas gum is just built different. I don't know. Maybe Japan gum is built different, because I remember I remember in the Philippines anyway. The gum we have there, the most common gums we got over there is like a double mint and a juicy fruit. Those are the 2 most common gums, and I think they're pretty much the same as the American gums as far as consistency. As far as I'm aware, there are no locally made gums, just because those are the 2 that people were familiar with. So it's like, actually, I haven't seen double mint and juicy fruit in a very long time. Do those still exist? I want to say they do, but the thing I see most days is the like the Trident gums or something like that, or whatever cool mint gums are these days. But juicy fruit is this like sweet flavored gum. If no one's ever had it before, it's like sweet flavored gum, but it doesn't really taste of any particular fruit. It's yellow, and you can get it like in like a small size like this, or a full size like that. I guess it does break easily, but it doesn't break as easily as the ones that we had today. It's pretty thick. It's pretty chewy. The double mint is, I think, the original spearmint gum, or at least the one that we've had. It's just a minty gum. Yeah. Haven't noticed those brands either. I know, right? I don't know if they still exist. That's a thing. But I know, like, I think I remember from even more than 10 years ago that I feel like they existed, but they started phasing out whenever people started going for the other gums that claim to clean your teeth and whatnot. I know those 2 brands don't claim to do that, but the other brands do claim to do that, or at least it has xylitol. I don't think double mint or juicy fruit has xylitol. But nevertheless, this gum is pretty nice if you just want a shot of sweet lemon flavor. Would I buy it for myself? No, probably not actually. But hey, it's a nice try. I would give it as a gift to someone though, or actually even this might be a good. This might actually be a good trick or treat to give out if you can somehow find this. If you can somehow find this, I'm gonna guess this is probably about 50 yen again. It does taste like a 50 yen gum, but it's a pretty good 50 yen gum. So let me get rid of this. Oh yeah, it's sticky. It's sticky. Don't get this thing stuck. Okay, palette cleanser. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna run out of palette cleanser here eventually. I just know it. Oh. Okay, I don't know if anyone's listening to Asia Dream Radio right now. The link's in the description, by the way. But apparently, there is a Halloween song playing on the radio by Della. I don't think I've heard of this band before, but Della is playing a song called Halloween Go Round. And I just heard like, Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. It's like, what the heck is this song? Oh, it's a Halloween song. It must be cold by now. The noodles are fine. I mean, they are still warm, but yakisoba noodles don't really have to be like hot like ramen noodles. If this had soup, like we had last time, that would be more unfortunate. But this is okay still. It's all okay. The flavor is there. That's what matters. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Let's go with the mochi taro. Mochi taro. It actually says here on the packaging, mochi taro. Now you know what mochi is, and taro mochi taro just refers to this kid on the packaging. What the actual flavor is though, let me double check. Where is it? I don't. Oh, here it is. Crunchy roasted mochi with slightly salty flavors. Okay, so this is supposed to be a slightly salty snack. Never seen this brand before. It's probably like it's probably a seasonal thing. If not a seasonal thing, then a rebranded for seasonal. I don't think it's gonna taste any different from whatever their normal line is. It's just a branding, but it looks fun. Okay, so what this basically looks like is little rice puffs. You probably might have seen something similar in like Japanese snack things, but this is a little different though. It's a little different. See if we can get the clearer shot of this, because I want you to see the difference here. And my battery is running low. I'm gonna keep using that until it goes down to like 10% or something. But it also means I need to hurry up just a tiny little bit. Okay, I need to show this to you. So this is like it looks very crunchy, right? It supposedly there's like little rice mochi things that are roasted, and it has all these creases around the thing. So I'm guessing this probably got squeezed out of some sort of like pipetting thing, and that's how they get the shapes of these. But it looks very neat. Lightly salty, as they have said. Lightly salty, maybe even actually decently salty. You don't taste the mochi. Mochi is just rice, by the way. It doesn't mean it's like sweet like the mochi balls that you would normally eat. But this is salty. It's crunchy. And also a second option as our palate cleanser today from all the sweet stuff. Flavor wise, there's really nothing special about it. It's just salt and rice crackers. But it's a pretty satisfying crunch. Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard that. Let's do that one more time. Let's do that one more time. There we go. I heard you got that. I hope you got that crunch. Yep, this is a good palate cleanser and a nice little snack. Alright, sweets. Let's get rid of all these Twizzler stuff first. Okay. My foot is falling asleep, speaking of. So this one is supposed to be apple. Sakuma. I'm not sure what Sakuma is. Oh, and it's another gum. It's another... No, gummy. Gummy. Oh, thank you. It's a gummy, not a gum. Sakuma gummy. I don't know what Sakuma is, to be honest, but I do know it's a apple-flavored gummy. Kind of reminds me of an old cereal we used to get. Oh, now that you mention it. What was that cereal? What was that cereal? I know what you're talking about. It's in. I can picture it in my head, but I don't remember what the name was. Anyway, apple candy that looks blue. Why? I know Americans do this kind of thing all the time, and I specifically say Americans because they're infamous for it. But Japan making blue apple? Why Japan? Why? Oh. Look at that. It is individually wrapped. We haven't seen this in a while. Yeah, you see this more often in other snacks, but I'm surprised to see that these are individually wrapped. So there's like 7 pieces of these individually wrapped gummies from this thing. Makes things a lot easier to what do you call this? Not get a mess on. Captain Crunch, that's right. It's been a while since I had Captain Crunch. I usually do Cheerios these days, and I don't even have it with milk. I just eat the Cheerios by itself with no milk. But yeah, Captain Crunch is something I used to eat. I think my favorite cereal in childhood, though, was the Lucky Charms, because I like the little marshmallows. The dried marshmallows are neat. I like those. Okay, so blue gummies. It looks like there's 2 different colors of blue in this thing. I'm gonna put this over here so you have a visual on what we're eating. So it tells you how to open it right here. Instructions unclear. I guess this thing has 2 flaps that if you really wanted to, we can try to open it the way you want it to, because there's no like perforation or jagged lines to open this, but I feel like this is also hard. Also requires nails, which I thankfully still have a little bit for today. And open. Okay, instructions unclear. That doesn't work. How do we open this? Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna tear it open. Oh. As you can see, this gummy looks like Play-Doh. I think. Let me see if I can make it clear for you. The pitfalls of manual focus camera. Okay. So the gummy looks like Play-Doh. It feels a little bit like Play-Doh. Despite the stripes that you see on this thing, it does not look like they are connected separately. It's just like an imprint. So it's really one color, but you can still tear it apart as so. And the flavor is very apple. It is a very strong apple flavor. Yeah, it doesn't taste like Play-Doh, thankfully. But it has a very strong apple flavor, not too sweet as usual. I appreciate Japan for that, for not making their flavoring, not making these things way too sweet. It is very, not elastic. Elastic would mean I can stretch it, and it kind of is, and then it breaks. But there's a very pleasant apple flavor, actually. It's like I'm eating apple juice. I'm eating solidified apple juice, and that sounds a little weird, but it's also kind of fun just to do this. I know you can do this with Twizzlers and stuff, but the fact that there's no like crystals or sugar coating on this to make a mess out of everything is something I appreciate. Like some people like that, and some people don't. I'm not against it, but I do appreciate not having to deal with it, especially right now. This is really nice though. I could keep eating this. This is addicting. 10% left on battery. Let me see if I can do something about that. My camera's about to run out, and if I don't fix it soon, I'm gonna be a PNG. So let me see what I can do. Okay. In order to prevent me from being a PNG, let's see if I can do something about this. Because I don't want to be a PNG for the rest of the stream. I don't mind it when cooking, but for this one, I don't want it. Not today. Alright. Hey Ollie, welcome! How's it going? Yeah, we went through quite a few snacks today. Because it is Halloween themed, it is sweet. We are on a sugar binge today. But I need to not eat so much. Did you start? Yeah, I mean, don't worry about it. There's always a VOD for later. But we did get some interesting stuff today. We just finished this apple gummy, which is all individually wrapped. Also very nice to just play around with. Very nice to play around with, very nice to pull apart. But it's a very nice apple flavor. I would get this for myself. If I ever see this, I would get this for myself. I would also get it as a gift for friends and stuff, because this is quite pleasant. I like it. Okay. And this is some squid ink yakisoba we made earlier. It is colder now, but hopefully the flavor is still okay. But this one's also really good. I do remember. I do remember. At least this might be a summer thing actually. Nissin, right? Nissin, the famous brand that does all the noodle stuff. I got a cup noodle, a squid ink cup noodle in Japan. When was it? 2017, I think. That was almost 5 years ago. About 5 years ago. I got a squid ink cup noodle, which was, I think, a limited edition for summer only. So I was there around August, July to August. And I tried it. It was pretty good. I don't think you can find that overseas, though. Just because it's such a local thing to do. But that was pretty good. Gummy, long gummy like the long man. It's not very long. It's pretty short. But if you put a few of these together, then maybe you can make it longer. There were 7 pieces, and so we still have 6 pieces. You can make it that long, but it's not gonna be like long style gummy. But yeah. Okay, we're getting near the end here. We're getting near the end of the sweet stuff. This is gonna go near the end just because that's a lot of crystal mess I have to deal with. Let's go with a tea roll. I know we still have the Kit Kat here. I haven't opened the Kit Kat yet. We will get to the Kit Kat near the end. And since it is near the end, I will put the Kit Kat right there. Somewhere. Right there. Okay, let's do the tea roll next. I feel like it's going to be individually wrapped. Just because they do that. I would expect it to. All right, let's see. So this is, let's double check. I don't think this is like strawberry flavored. This is probably, nope, not that one. What is in this tea roll? Let's see. Juicy filling, rich flavor, burning desire, raspberry flavored chocolate, and gelée filling. Okay. Raspberry and chocolate. Okay, there we go. Yep, individually packed. Little chocolates. And it looks like there are, how many are in here? I'm gonna try not to count it. I want the package to tell me how many are in here. I don't see it. Package, how many candies are in here? I just know one piece is 33 calories, but it does not tell me how many are in here. 9? I think it says 9. I think this says 9 right there. Wait. I think this says 9. I'm not entirely sure. Raspberry chocolate is always promising? I hope so. I hope so. Okay, so I think that says 9. I took one out. Let's count up how many are in here. Just to see if my reading comprehension is actually good. I can't actually read Japanese, but I can at least piece together things. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My reading comprehension is still on point. All right. Just because you can't read Japanese doesn't mean you cannot piece things together if you look at a package hard enough. Though that's not, this kanji is not a symbol I recognize. It's different from what I remember from all the Super Robot War games I've played that were Japanese only. Okay. Vampire packaging for Halloween. It is very much pink. Let me see if extra light will help this. It doesn't really. Okay, so no extra light. But this is a very pink, this is actually quite soft. I'm actually surprised. This is actually pretty soft. You don't want to hold this too much, but it does melt a little bit in just from body temperature. I'm gonna try to open this before we taste test it. Okay, it's a little hard to split. It's a little hard to split, but you can see this. You can see this jelly, I think, coming out of the chocolate, and it looks pretty full, which is promising. Tart, very tart. Not sour, but tart. Chocolate is, I don't know what to make of it. It tastes like white chocolate, definitely not not even a milk chocolate thing. The raspberry flavor is very strong, especially once you put the inside of this, once you get the inside of this thing mixed in with everything. The chocolate outside was soft, a little bit elastic, which is kind of interesting. Definitely good for a trick-or-treat candy or as a gift. I don't know if I'd ever get this for myself, but let me do another one just so we can get a cross section of this thing, because I tried splitting it apart and the cross section wasn't very, we didn't get a cross section, it was just ooze coming out. Okay, cross section time, let me see if we can get that. Okay, here's a better picture. There's a better picture. Let me put up the camera. Make sure we get as clear as a picture as we can. You see that? Look at that. That is stuffed. That, I don't think this is jam, but it looks very jam-like. And it is stuffed full of this raspberry filling. It is very, very full. It does look like jam. It does look like jam. The consistency, though, is I think a little bit thicker than jam. But whatever it is, this is really good. This is like super good. Holy crap. It's also very, like, I think jam, at least personally for me, whenever I think of jam, it's a little bit runnier than this. If it was actually jam, this would spill out. This would spill out, or at least start running off. But this does not. So it's like maybe jam and then thickened it a little bit more. They did say it was more of a gel. This is true. This is true. It's more of a gel. But it's still really, if it's still full. It's very full. So you're getting a full, like, you're getting a full experience here with this thing. You know what, scratch it. I did say earlier I may not get it for myself. But now that I look at this more, I would get it for myself and friends. So look this up, everyone. Madame Gilly. Check this out. Check this thing out if you can find it somewhere online. This is probably something that you should give a try if you can. That's really good. Huh. I'm gonna finish that off because I opened it. Oh, that's really good. All right, setting that aside. We're getting near the end here. I also need some water. Wow. It's actually almost a shame to wash that down because that flavor is so good. It does have gel in the name, or jelly. This is true. Okay. So I guess it's time to try this Omaibo. So this is tonkatsu flavored Omaibo. Tonkatsu is, if you guys don't know, is basically a pork cutlet. You can also get it in chicken. Ton means pork, but you can also get a chicken katsu. But no one calls a chicken tonkatsu curry katsu, or like torikatsu. No one ever says that. It's always tonkatsu, whether it be chicken or pork. But ton is pork. And it does have a little pig here. On the packaging. Yeah, check that out. Little pig in a spaceship going after this Omaibo guy. And Omaibo's usually pretty good regardless. Because it's all the same thing, really. It's all the same big Cheeto Puff thing, just different flavorings. And this one is like slathered with whatever seasoning this is. So tonkatsu sauce seasoning, I'm guessing. Alright, itadakimasu. And crunch. Okay. That is very much the tonkatsu flavor I would, tonkatsu sauce flavor I would expect to get. This is like almost the exact same flavor from the bottles that you would squirt over your fried stuff. Almost the exact same flavor. It's hard to describe it. It's sweet. It's a little tangy. Definitely salty is not one of the things you would normally think with tonkatsu sauce, but this one has a little bit of salty because of the Omaibo itself. It looks plain. It does look plain. but the flavor is anything but plain. It's not like super, oh wow, good flavor like the sweet corn was. But this is still pretty good if you like tonkatsu in general. I imagine if you mix this with other umaibo stuff, you would get a different flavor profile, and they do encourage you to do that. I just don't know what you would mix with this. Maybe some seaweed flavor, some nori flavor. Like a rice cracker puff. Yeah, it kind of looks like that. I think this is corn though. I think this is a corn puff. But yeah, it's very thick. It's very thick. That's my thumb right there. You see how thick that is? That is thicker than my thumb. Which is pretty good for munching. It's really nice. And I'm just gonna finish this off. We're just gonna finish that off. Because I'm eating it right now. Alright. We're getting down to the last bits here. Okay, so we have fugashi, which I think is also kind of like an umaibo thing. Let me double check. Fugashi. What is fugashi? I think fugashi is back here. Fugashi. No, fugashi is more like a chocolate. Okay, so this is going to be big. So this is actually not chocolate. I think this one's actually like a rice cracker with molasses and brown sugar, which is more of an Okinawa thing. I don't know where this one in particular is made. But I'm going to guess Okinawa just because that's a very Okinawan snack. And I'm hoping this is individually wrapped, which it is not. Oh no, it is not. Holy crap, that is huge. Look at that thing. This is the fugashi that you get from this package. The Halloween thing is just for marketing. But holy crap, look at this big boy. Look at that big, oh, just as a hand comparison. The hand comparison is even ridiculous, and this is just the thing that I exposed. The entire thing is much bigger. It's probably about this big by itself. I'm not gonna eat all of this. I'm not gonna eat all of this right in one go. But this is rice cracker with brown sugar and molasses. All right, let's give it a shot. Also crunch. That's not actually crunch. What was that? A squish? It's very airy. It's very, very airy. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? It's very airy, very squishy. It's not heavy at all, which I appreciate a lot. It looks intimidating. It really does look intimidating. But you could eat this thing very quickly because of how light and airy this is. It's ridiculous. So I think I already ate like 2/3 of this thing, and I want more. TokyoTreat. I know you give us full-size packaging for these things, but holy crap, you could put 2 of these in the package. You could put 2 of these in the box. This is a must-try, guys. This is a must-try. Fugashi. Look up fugashi. This is a must-try. It's quite the texture. Very soft, very airy. It's not what you expect. As you heard, the crunch really isn't quite crunchy. It's more like, what do we call this? Wafer? Airy? It's definitely airy. It's an airy kind of crunch rather than a crunchy kind of crunch. I like it. I like it a lot. May as well finish this off. May as well finish this off. It's at that point. You're basically eating air. A very sugary air. Oh, I didn't describe the sugarness. Flavor wise, it definitely tastes like molasses. It definitely tastes a little bit of brown sugar. Not very sweet. As you can see, it's really just a thin coating of the brown sugar and molasses from the little piece I have left. So it's not overly sweet. And molasses itself, I don't think is that sweet to begin with. Brown sugar probably didn't make up the most of this coating. It's probably mostly molasses with some brown sugar, which is a good call because if you use too much brown sugar, then it would actually be too sweet. But this is pretty good. This is actually really good. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Okay, moving near the end here. Let's try this thing. Halloween, what is it? It looks like it was wrapped in seaweed, so crunchy. Yeah, it kind of looks like it, but it doesn't, it's sweeter for sure. What is this thing? We did the. You know what? Okay, so this is what the fugashi looks like on the pamphlet, right? But it looks more like Kit Kats or something of the sort on the picture. This is not what I expected. But it was a very pleasant surprise. Very pleasant surprise. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Oh, corn. Corn. Halloween pizza corn snack. Does it have to be pizza? Does it have to be pizza? I don't think I've actually seen corn on pizza, even in Japan. But I know it exists. But why is this specifically pizza corn? Why is it specifically pizza corn? I need a palate cleanser. I do need a palate cleanser because the sugar is a little bit too much right now, and I need to taste the pizza corn in full. Okay. All right, I think that's good enough. A lot easier to open than the previous packages. That's a good thing, I guess. This looks very, very seasoned. Not the kind of thing I expected from this package. It looks very airy. It tastes very airy. I'm trying to figure out what this reminds me of. Yeah, it's a corn puff. But it's a very airy corn puff. I'm trying to figure out. So, what does this remind me of? Don't know exactly, but it's very squish. Or at least I'm trying to squish. Okay, I can't squish it as much as I would like to, but you can compress it a little bit. It just tastes salty. It just tastes salty. It says pizza corn. I'm guessing the corn is. I'm guessing the corn is this, and the seasoning is pizza seasoning, whatever the heck that is. It's probably supposed to taste like pizza. But I don't honestly. If it tastes like pizza, I don't really taste it. It's lacking a few things, namely cheese, pepperoni, and tomato sauce. At least for a very basic pizza, it's all right. It's not like super impressive or anything. That's all right. Fake advertisement. I mean, they didn't mis-advertise it. It just says pizza flavor. The packaging says pizza flavor, while on the pumpkin. I was gonna say tomato. That's not a tomato. That's a pumpkin. But it says pizza flavor. I mean, I was expecting sweet corn or something like that, but I guess in hindsight, the corn is just a puff. Every box has got to have their wild card. Yeah, this is the wild card. This wild card is it's all right. It's all right. It's so plain, to be honest. The snack itself is so plain. It's like if you find it, you find it, but it's not like a recommendation for anyone. For me personally, it's not a recommendation. It's just okay. It's a nice try. Hopefully, this doesn't cost more than 100 yen, or more than 200 yen, because I feel like that'd be too expensive, like a bowl. But it's all right. It's all right. Okay, before we get to the Kit Kat. Before we get to the Kit Kat, we have to cook. We have to cook, people. We gotta cook. And what we're cooking here is, I have no idea. It looks like it's grape. It looks like it's grape. I don't think it's grape. This is... Oh, it is grape flavored. Of course it'll be grape flavored. They color code everything. Jesse, we gotta cook. We gotta cook. By the time we open this, it looks like we probably have cooked something. I don't know. But from the looks of it, there's going to be some purple crystals and some smaller bits of candy. But we're not going to really know that until we open it. 5 grams. I would just like to point out to everyone that we have 5 grams of whatever crystal this is. It's a little hard to see from the packaging. But this is 5 grams. It says 5 grams right here. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how good this stuff is. Oh. This is not what I expected. This is exactly what you see in the packaging. The little crystals, the little circles of candy. And what we have here, let's get a good close up on that. Pop rocks, thank you. I was trying to figure out what that was. But look at these crystals. If I had tweezers right now, I would pick this up with tweezers and show you how clear these crystals are. They're actually not that clear. But they are translucent. Light does pass through them. Let me see. Light does pass through them. Kind of. Oh, wow. They are popping in my mouth. So I think you're supposed to do the pop rock thing and this whole these candy things at the same time. I'm going to do that in my mouth right now. Did you hear that? Did you hear the popping? Hold up, I'm gonna put more in my mouth. Also, I think some pop rocks fell into the ramen water, so you might be hearing some after pops. Okay. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. But, okay. Okay. Oh. It's still popping in my mouth. It's still popping in my mouth. I don't want to put, should I put the rest of this in my mouth? There's still a lot more. This is not where I expected my ASMR stream to be. Where did you expect the ASMR stream to go? I mean, we're doing pop rock ASMR right now. I wasn't expecting pop rocks either in this box, but we got pop rocks. And there is a lot of pop rocks in here. This is probably still 4 grams worth of pop rocks. What would happen, do you think, if I put all this in my mouth right now? I think chaos would ensue. Because you're supposed to do these in like small little doses, right? Do I put it all in my mouth? Should I? Should I? Regret, probably. Should I, though? That's the question. Do I go for regret or do I go for content? Which one do I do? I'm kind of tempted, not gonna lie. Because I want to see how the mic picks it up. Oh, these are the brown sugar stuff on the thing. No, this will be this is R&D now, or have something to drink ready. I have some water, not a whole lot of water, but I have water. Okay, well this is the R&D channel now. If you didn't get the memo, we are now Ruka R&D. To bring the point home that yes, my name is a pun on R&D. Okay, all right, the entire thing. Hold up. It's still going. It's still going. There's still a little bit left. Come on, just die. Okay. I think it's gonna take a while to fizzle out. But that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But, oh. Definitely don't swallow that. Definitely don't swallow that. Because I think if you swallowed all those Pop Rocks at once, then your stomach will regret it. For sure. Actually, I'll be honest, I've never actually done Pop Rocks before. But this, for being my first Pop Rock experience, that's actually kind of fun. Not gonna lie, I can see why people like this now. Flavor wise, the small little candies, I don't know what to make them. They're kind of sweet. They're kind of tart. The actual grape flavor from the Pop Rocks itself is there, but yeah, I think when you're doing this, you don't even care about the flavor that much. You don't care about the flavor that much. You're just eating them for the Pop Rock experience. And yeah, this was fun. I think just for the fun factor alone, this is a good one. So I don't know how that compares to regular Pop Rocks, but this was good. Would recommend. Okay. Thank you for the clip, nutcase. Thank you for the clip. I don't know how clips exactly work on YouTube. Someone had to share it to me to be able to see it. I may make a separate clip for myself, but thank you for that. Yeah, if you would like to share your clips, if you made any during the stream, please post it in the description after the stream is over. That way everyone can see it. All right. Okay, so this is the thing I was holding off on the entire stream. This is Sweet Potato Kit Kat, specifically packaged for Halloween. But Sweet Potato Kit Kat is, in general, just a regular flavor in Japan. I say just a regular flavor, but it's actually, I think, mostly seasonal. It's mostly a seasonal flavor, and you normally see it around fall, around that time. And yeah, I just love how many flavors of Kit Kat you can get in Japan. It's just so many, all the flavors that you don't get anywhere else typically. Like, holy crap. And we have 14 in this one. 14. Thank goodness I don't do kanji for the numbers these days as much. But it looks like there's going to be... It looks like they have several different designs on the Kit Kats for these. They're going to be different depending on which one you get. We can take a look at all of them right now, since, you know, for documentation, that is part of R&D. We do document all the things. So let's see. I'm going to sort this out first, and then we'll see if they're all different or only some things are different. Okay, I got a dupe. Got this dupe. Oh, so far we have 6 different ones. Wait, it says there are 14 here. Oh, it means it just says there's 14 different designs, not 14 Kit Kats, because there's less than 14 Kit Kats here. There are definitely less than 14 Kit Kats. There are 10. It says 10 here, mini 10. So we only have 10 Kit Kats, but 14 different designs, and we got 6 of them. So there's a little bit of a gotcha element in this. So Talking Hands Kit Kat. Let me just make sure this is clear so we can actually see it all. I'm guessing this is like some sort of a Halloween sign language thing. I'm not entirely sure. But these are the 6 designs that we do have. Let's see. I think that's clear. Let's see. Too close? Yeah, so here we have 6 different designs. Apparently, each one has like sign language type of thing or gestures. Each one means different things. I don't know. I can't read all of them, but we're gonna try to read what we can. Don't they know I'm already in Gacha Rehab? What Gacha Rehab? You're not in Gacha Rehab. No one is. You cannot escape the Gacha cycle. Ever. Once you're in Gacha, you will always be in Gacha. I see It, Werewolf, and Frankenstein. Yeah, so we have Frankenstein here. This is Frankenstein's I Love You. I don't know if I ever considered gang signs as a I love you, but okay. We'll take Frankenstein for his word there. Clown. I guess we're gonna call them It. Ganbatte. Ganbatte is like these hands going down. Ganbatte. I'm not sure how that means ganbatte, but I have seen this gesture before, so maybe there's some truth to this. Maybe there is some truth to this. Maybe Frankenstein's not just wild in with his gang sign I love you. Okay, and then skeleton, a lich with a, what's this thing? What's this? I don't know what this is. Is it Japanese sign language? It's not sign language. It's probably not actual sign language. It's probably more like street gestures or something like that. Like you know, very casual stuff, not actual sign language. Happo, hyappo, happy, happy, happy. This is happy. What? Someone tell me what if I'm actually reading this right. Happy, happy, happy. Does this actually say happy? I think it is. I don't get it. I'll be honest, I don't get it. Werewolf is also werewolf is also doing something similar with the skeleton here, but I'm not exactly sure if it's the same. But you go with the chin here. You can't see I'm doing the chin thing, but also doing the chin thing, ending with this. Suki. Suki usually means like, I like you, but probably not in the same level as I love you. Yeah, Italian hand gestures. Do it like your Italian grandparents, even if you don't have Italian grandparents. You have one now in the form of hand gestures. Suki. I like you. Or I like it. Or I like it. Maybe I like it. Maybe not I like you. It depends. It's very contextual. Pumpkin Man doing this this thing with a hand. Something like this with a hand. Otsukare-sama. Oh, otsukare. Good job today. Though I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this for otsukare. Good job today. And then zombies can still do a sign language thing, doing like this, and they're saying, jeez, I can't read this. What is this? Reika? What? Wait, I can't read my katakana. Can someone read this? Katakana always throws me off for some reason, and when it shouldn't. Break. Break. Oh, break. I think this says break. Take a break. Let's take a break. We are taking a break. This is called a stream break. 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 If I mistranslated any of that, please let me know. I only know what I can barely read. All right, actual taste test time. And I found another piece of crystal grape on the floor here. Just gotta get that, you know. The crystal is a little bit addicting. Not gonna lie. Okay, this is probably too soft because it's too warm in this room. I probably should have refrigerated this a little, even though I'm against that for chocolate in general. So it should not look like this. It should look a little bit more solid, but temperature is a thing around here. It looks like white Kit Kat, but this is potato, sweet potato. So I'm just gonna give it a try. I mean, it looks like your normal Kit Kat. White chocolate, obvious white chocolate. Okay, I had to search for it a little bit. Okay, the aftertaste is there. The aftertaste tastes like potato, except it doesn't have the starchiness of potato. You can't really do that, I guess, with this. But the aftertaste is very much sweet potato. What you've, at least for me, what I tasted first was the chocolate, the white chocolate. But as you go through this, that the sweet potato flavor does come through. It's just not very obvious at first, at least for me. It's still pretty good. That is pretty good. All right. So that does it for the snacks in the box. We do have one more thing. I'm gonna put this over here. That is for me to go through once we're done here. So we do have one more thing to do. We have grape soda. I'm gonna drink a little bit of water to be able to taste this. Grape soda, I don't think I've seen this particular can before, but it is from a very, what do you call this? A very common brand called Dido, except it is backwards on screen. But it's Dido, however you want to say it. Grape soda, yeah, grape soda. You can typically, I don't know if I've seen this in a vending machine before, but you might be able to find this, if not at a convenience store, most likely in a grocery store somewhere. But I suspect this doesn't cost more than 100 yen, even in a vending machine for one of the, no, in a vending machine it'll cost probably like closer to 150 yen for one of these things. But yeah, I mean, it's bigger than most cans that I'm used to seeing in Japan. Normally they're thinner and maybe a little bit shorter than this. Gonna have to go sugar-free for the rest of today and tomorrow. I know. I know. The bad thing also, is I have these bag of chips, this bag of Korean potato chips. And it just so happens those potato chips are flavored honey and butter. It says on the thing French butter and honey chips, and they are sweeter than what I expected, because I don't usually eat Korean chips because they are pretty sweet. I got that one as a gift, but they are pretty good. I like how crispy those were. I mean, it's not very crispy, but it's like thin, crisp kind of thing. But it is pretty good. So my sugar intake is still gonna be pretty bad even with that. Okay, I even need to open this. Okay, I did a little quick smell test. And you do smell a faint grape flavor coming from this thing. You know what? Let me come back with a glass so you can see what it actually looks like once poured out. Be right back. Need to find a glass. I got it. Okay, I got the glass. And so the glass we'll be using today is the glass I got from Sakurako. These are one of the things you can get from their boxes. If you haven't done Sakurako before, I'm shilling them hard for someone who's not sponsored. But I do like them, so I will recommend them. Let me get a clearer shot of this glass. So for Sakurako, if you haven't had them before, they other than snacks, they do have a piece of kitchenware each time. The Sakurako gives you a piece of kitchenware each time they send you a box. Tokyo doesn't give kitchenware. Tokyo Treat does not give kitchenware. TokyoTreat gives you a drink and ramen in each box. Sakurako will give you in each box a kitchenware, tea, and usually a jelly. But Sakurako is more sweet, like more traditional Japanese sweets oriented, as well as fancy snacks in Japan. Compared to Sakurako, compared to TokyoTreat, which is more everyday items compared to that. So two different experiences, two different boxes. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna have to contact them one of these days and ask them, what do you require to be sponsored? Because I would like to be sponsored by you. I already do this stuff. It would be nice. But yeah, they do have the Sakurako logo on here. I'm not sure you can see it too well. Yeah, traditional and more high class stuff. It is. It's the same price though. I think it's the same. I'm pretty sure it's the same price as the TokyoTreat stuff. The only difference is that I think Sakurako tends to like do small portions rather than the full packaging like they do here. Ask them both to see how it goes. Yeah, I would like to. Maybe I'll do it. Okay, but this is this grape soda, and we're gonna pour this out so that you can see what it looks like. Oh, this is not what I expected. Hold up. What's this? I've seen this before, but what? Oh, whoa, what is this? Okay, stop. It's not just grape soda. There's jelly in here. I've seen this before. Yeah, so some drinks will actually have jelly, but this is not normal. That explains the size. Okay, so it's grape soda with jelly. Oh. Wait. Oh. Okay. I did not read the directions. I thought it was pure soda. But down here, it says shake it 10 times. Probably to break this jelly up. Oh, that's what I should have done. Oh, I thought it was gonna fizz. Oh, okay. Well, directions unclear. I didn't realize what I was doing. Should I get a spoon? No, we're gonna drink it like this. I'm gonna drink it like this. Bottoms up, everyone. Bottoms up. Oh. That's nice. Now, it did say to shake it up to break up the jelly, but you don't have to. However, if you do, it would make getting the jelly out easier if you do. So there's probably still gonna be some jelly stuck in there after I'm done with the can. But this is really nice. It's definitely a soda. It's not as bubbly as a soda, but there's definitely a tiny bit of carbonation from the soda. But the main thing here is a jelly. This thing has jelly, and it's soaked in that grape soda, and it makes it really nice, especially when it's cool. This is why I take this thing out ahead of time and put them on ice, because these things you usually have to be cool. That was nice. Now, for some people, it's gonna be a little weird because they're not used to seeing jelly in their drinks. But it's actually not bad. It looks like snot coming out. Not gonna lie. But it has a little. So what the jelly has, it's not just jelly. It has also little bits of konnyaku. I'm not sure what konnyaku is exactly, but it has little bits of konnyaku that add a little bit of texture to the jelly. It's like chewy. Snot soda, yeah. Hey, snot soda would fit in with Halloween. They do have those Harry Potter jelly bellies with various flavors of snot and vomit and whatnot. So it would fit in, except it's actually tasty. I think many people would feel strange about edible soda. I know, they would, but This is a normal thing. It's just that I didn't read this thing properly with the shaking over here, and I guess it says there's jelly, but I don't think that's the. I don't think it says jelly. I think that says gummy. No, not gummy. Something, I can't read it. Supa something. Supa cream? Super cream? What? I can't read. I can't read, but the direction says chill. And then, oh, move it down a bit. Direction says chill, and then shake, and then open, and then drink. Does it have any kind of kick from the fizz stuff? A little bit. But it's mostly jelly. I've had similar before, except it doesn't have any fizz in it. I've had like an apple flavored drink that I got from a import store, and that was pretty good. And that one, they did spell out, actually had jelly that you had to shake up. This one, because it came straight from Japan, doesn't really quite have that. It doesn't have quite those instructions in English. But let me double check. Let's double check the pamphlet to see if they mention anything about it. Because if they did, that would be my fault for not reading. Let's see. Is it in here? Do we have instructions on how to drink this drink? Did I miss it? Okay, page by page. Oh, there it is. Purushu jelly and sparkling grape soda. Okay, so they did say it was a jelly grape soda. I just did not read it earlier. So that's my fault. But yeah, grape flavor with fizz. There was a bit of fizz, and soft, chewy texture of nata de coco jelly. Oh, that's what it was, nata de coco. It's nata de coco and grape jelly and grape soda. It's really good. It's really good. Oh. That is definitely a good finisher for for all the snacks today, even though 95% of the snacks we ate today is all sweet. It's all sugar. It's way too much sugary. I'm gonna have to go on a sugar detox for at least a couple of weeks to recover from this amount that we ate today. But yeah, so I think that's gonna do it for me today. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed that. So I don't have the next box yet, but when the next box does come, we will do another stream of this. I'm trying to figure out what to do for next week. I want to cook next week, but I need to figure out what to cook. And I kind of want it to be like seasonal. Like next month is in November, right? And for November, they say no nuts in November. No nut November. I mean, normally I would say I don't add nuts in my food to begin with. I don't really. That's not a thing that I do. But maybe as a challenge, we will try to do nuts in November. So we will nut in November. We will do some nuts in November. And I'm gonna try to figure out where I can put nuts in. We'll see. I have recipes. Non-stop nut November. Oh my gosh. I don't think I can handle that many nutting. I can't handle that many nuts. I'll be honest. I don't like nuts. I don't like nuts. The only nuts I can probably stomach are cashews, and even then, I don't have them. I don't have them a whole lot. I don't like peanuts. Maybe because I see peanuts used in everything, and I don't like them. But, well, I'll figure something out. At least there's more nuts than just peanuts. But yeah, non-stop nut November. Well, we can only nut on the weekend. All right, we can only nut on the weekend. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to nut on the weekend. Candied nut recipes. They do have a lot of food recipes with cashew, though. They do. They do. Walnuts, almonds, yeah. Even there's a recipe I want to try next week, but I'm gonna see what nut would go. I could add to that. Almonds are pretty safe choice, I have to admit. Honestly, I'm not a walnut fan. I think walnuts are mainly for texture, but flavor wise, they're just a little bit too crumbly for me. I don't mind crumbly, but for some reason, walnuts are weird to me. Candy nut recipes, I'm gonna try to stay away from sugar after today. Or at least, if we're gonna do sugar, we're gonna probably do like, I don't know. We're gonna put like nuts in some kind of like baked good or something. Nutcase is very invested in this. Of course, Nutcase would be very invested in this. Nutcase, if you don't know Nutcase, Nutcase is I was about to say a squirrel, but you're not a squirrel. You're a cat. Uh, but you do like nuts, I guess. Try cashew chicken or shrimp cashew. Let me write those down. At least it'll give me ideas. Shrimp cashew, cashew chicken. Yeah, I know those exist. I think they're in Chinese restaurants all the time. But let me see. Shrimp cashew, chicken cashew, shrimp cashew. The name came from before my time on the net. Okay, so it has nothing to do with nuts. Gotcha. It makes sense. All right, I'm gonna finish this drink. I'm gonna think of nut recipes for November because we got a nut on the weekend somehow. I'm gonna try to do 2 cooking streams in November. Try is operative word because it does take time to figure out what ingredients I'm gonna use as well as setup and whatnot. But I'm gonna aim for 2. I'm gonna aim for 2. We'll see if I can do 2 and figure out what else to do from there. Beef cashew 2, more of a stew. I haven't heard of that one. Beef cashew. Let me write that one down. Hey, cashew is nice. Cashew is nice. So maybe we'll try to do something with cashew. Cashew beef. Cashew beef. Well, too bad we can't. Too bad we can't make any like Domon cashew theme thing. Though that would be pretty. That'd be pretty funny if we could. I don't know. What would a Domon what would a Domon cashew food look like? Would we be making Gundam cookies? I don't know if I have the molds for that. I don't have Gundam molds. How we do a G Gundam? Nah, can we? Domon cashew from G Gundam. Haven't seen it before. It's if you haven't seen G Gundam before, it's just one of those old silly Gundam shows that decided to go super robot. I think it's the only super robot Gundam show, but it's silly fun, so to say. I used to be a huge G Gundam fan. I kind of still am, It's the Gundam fighting anime. Yep, it's a Gundam fighting anime. It's a Gundam fighting anime before Build Fighters came in. I like Build Fighters, at least the first 2 series of Build Fighters. I don't quite know about the later ones, but have heard of G, but haven't watched any of it besides New Mercury Witch. Oh, I haven't. I've been meaning to watch Mercury Witch. Haven't gotten a chance, so I still need to catch up on Chainsaw Man and Mob from last week. I might have a little bit of time, hopefully this afternoon or tomorrow, because my schedule has changed. But yeah, a lot of stuff I need to do other than watch anime, so it's really difficult for me sometimes. Yeah, but Yeah, Mob 100. I think they're gonna end it with this season. It makes sense because Mob is, what do you call this? I think this is the part of the story in Mob Psycho where it's wrapping things up. It doesn't look like it at the start of the season, but it should wrap up the series at this point. I just wish, One Punch Man got the same treatment as Mob Psycho, but I get it. But the studio that worked on the first season of One Punch Man is notorious. Madhouse is notorious for not doing more than one season of anything, for whatever reason. For whatever reason. Yes, yes. As the past couple of eps, I have to agree. And same, One Punch Man was good. The first season, One Punch Man was good. When they switched to Dean for the second season, it's like, okay, it's Dean. If you know Dean, that the only thing they do right is Konosuba. At least in my personal opinion, the only thing they can do right these days is Konosuba. They didn't used to be like that. I don't know when Dean started to like not be good, but I don't know. We don't talk about season 2. We try not to, but we have to acknowledge it once in a while. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Konosuba was good. I think it was a different studio that did Konosuba season 1, but Dean doing Konosuba actually was a good call despite any perceived drops or real drops in animation quality. It actually fit Konosuba compared to whatever the first studio did. So that was a good thing. Yeah. Like Promised Neverland season 2 or Naruto season 3. I don't know anything about Naruto. I haven't watched Naruto. So I can't say anything about that. Promised Neverland season 2 I didn't actually watch. I was going to, but then I heard how bad it was from everyone else and it made me decide not to. I'm guessing they diverted from the manga quite a bit when they did that. So I'm just gonna take it as anime original. Season 2 of Promised Neverland was probably anime original. I think the people are a little harder on it because of the studio change. Which one? Promised Neverland or something else? The chat is a little bit lagging behind, so yeah, I'm a little. I don't know which one we're talking about. My mind is like going 100 miles per hour, and I don't really know what's going on. They stuck to the manga as well. Oh, you mean for One Punch Man? Oh, okay. I guess, but they did the same also for the first season with Madhouse, and that went really well, super well. I don't know what happened with season 2 that they couldn't like embellish a little bit, but then again, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to watch Promised Neverland season 2. I don't plan to after hearing about it. I do need to figure out though. I do need to figure out if. What was that thing? That was an anime I was thinking of. Oh well. Oh well. I can't think of it right now. Anyway, yeah, I got some anime to catch up on. I gotta also watch Gundam Mercury since I hear it's. I don't know. I hear it's more slice of life, or at least more Yuri, but I don't know anything else apart from them. Compared to the pacing of season 2 of One Punch Man, it's kind of plain. The animation is okay, I guess, but not even on par to the first one. This is very true. If you want pain and suffering, I suggest Dragon Ball Evolution is a very good anime. No, but I will not be watching Dragon Ball Evolution. That is not anime. That is a movie that somehow got greenlit, and I don't know why. I don't know why. At least, at least, of all the bad movie decisions that Hollywood could have made, the Sonic the movie when that first came out, the CG was not good. The style was not good. Of course, there was a lot of kickback to it, and then after they actually changed it, it's suddenly like, one of the best things ever. I still haven't watched any of the Sonic movies, though I hear it's actually pretty good. So, I don't know. I'm still hesitant. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm hesitant to watch the Sonic movie. Disgusting with Sonic. Yeah, the first version of Sonic was pretty bad, and they actually made what, a meme scene out of it in a different movie. I don't know. I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. That's it's not it's not great. It's not great. But yeah, I think I think I'm gonna call it here for today. I need to clean up, eat some actual food, as well as finish my grape jelly. That's actually pretty good. So yeah, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll come back here next week with something else. Oh yeah, a reminder, I will be streaming tomorrow for Halloween. Because of that, I won't be streaming on Tuesday. Normally for Halloween, the streamer has a heart monitor. I think for tomorrow, you guys might need the heart monitor. So just FYI, FYI. Also, keep an eye out on a video that's going to be coming out in about 11 hours. It's going to be a short, but it's 11 hour. It's in 11 hours, very short. And I do not apologize for anything that might happen after you watch it. That's all I will say. I thought about changing it, but it's like, nah, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. I might get 200 dislikes on the shorts reel, but I don't care. I don't care. We'll just roll with it. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Have a nice rest of your day, everyone, and happy Halloween for whoever it is Halloween for, and happy Halloween tomorrow once we actually get there. All right. See you later, everyone. Goodbye. Okay. Where's that button? Buttons over here.